Hey guys, I hope you're all doing very well. Welcome back to another video. And things at Chelsea seem to be all over the place. Now, as a Chelsea fan, I'll tell you it seems to be accustomed to how things go on at the club. But certainly with the new ownership, it's also more of a surprise because there's been things about talking about, plans and projects and all those sort of things. So it seems like a little bit of a surprise that, we seem to take in things exactly the same way as we did under the previous ownerships. But, people will always want to sell you dreams. But anyways, kind of, rambling on a little bit. So, Chelsea have recently had a change of managers. So, they recently parted ways with Mauricio Pochettino, literally about a few days after the last game of the season where we did secure European football. But now things have kind of went another way and he left the job. But now, very recently, Chelsea have agreed for a new manager. So recently, Fabrizio Romano has put out that Chelsea have now agreed to appoint Enzo Maresca as the new head coach. And apparently the deal that we understand is that he's agreed a contract till June 2029, so he's under a 5-year deal. But there is also an option for him to extend his deal to 2030. Now, it's a little bit surprising when I saw this because, when Pochettino was appointed, we appointed him under a 2-year deal with an option to extend for another year. So it seems that we went back to another 5-year deal to a 6 with an option for another year, like we did with Graham Potter. It did seem a little bit weird to me. But anyways, the main story is that Enzo Maresca is now the Chelsea manager, and Leicester have agreed for Enzo Maresca to speak to Chelsea, and now he's now appointed as the new manager of the club. Now, I'm sure a lot of you will be asking about, my opinion on this whole matter. So, now, I'm going to really be honest with you with Mauricio Pochettino's position. So, literally, if you remember the vlog after I gave my reaction to the game, I made the point that I think that he would have stayed at the job, mainly because he did finish in the European positions, and also the fact that his contracts at the club or his clause did mention about making Europe. So I think that was like my only hunch to believe that he could have stayed. But even still, I mentioned that it wasn't the most confident of responses I would have given, because knowing how things went at the club and how inconsistent things have been. Also, the fact that there were some behind the scenes that were revealed. So apparently there was some behind the scenes that with Pochettino and the board that they couldn't really agree with how things would have turned out. I think one of the disagreements was especially regarding the coaching staff, that they wanted to get like a set piece coach and try and do that, and Pochettino didn't agree with that considering the coaching staff he had. So I think it was just a matter of just terms that just they couldn't agree on. And I think because of that, I think they had to, make a decision to find a new manager, I guess. And I think the nature of that is just sometimes that's just what it is, I guess. But I never really reacted with any sort of shock or thinking that, oh my God, Pochettino's gone. Because I'll be honest with you, watching Chelsea over the years, I've seen shock departures of managers, and being used to the fact that watching Chelsea, seeing different managers come in and out, whether you may think it's the right decision or the wrong decision, it's always been like that. And I'm assuming that even still, even in other football clubs as well, naturally things like that do happen. So it didn't really surprise me so much that it was going to come to that side. And I don't really sort of understand the whole thing about, oh, the Poch haters got what they got, or, for people who want to Poch in, now, this is what happened, Poch inners are wrong and then the Poch outers are right. I think the whole thing is a little bit stupid, to be honest with you. So I didn't really think that there was really anything agenda driven for me to think about what the manager's position would have been, apart from the fact that things at the club just didn't work out for him. So now Enzo Maresca is now appointed. It did seem that seems to be more confident and keen with the Chelsea project. Now, I don't really know what it looks like. To me, it seems to be, for me, it looks a little bit disjointed as things stand right now with the way we manage injuries, the training, and a lot of things. So I don't know how Enzo Maresca coming in will address that, but time will tell, I guess. And I'm still going to be watching the games, still vlogging the games, supporting the team as per usual, and we're just going to see how things go out, I guess. But I want to kind of make things clear. I don't really want to be someone that's going to really point at the manager and know his position. Like, I don't really care so much whether he's, stays at the club or gets dismissed by the club. Like, it wouldn't really matter to me. At the end of the day, I'm just watching, the club, watching the football, supporting the team. That's really, all I could do as a person, I guess. So that's really, the stance I have. But anyways, so Enzo Maresca is appointed as a new manager. It's kind of good to see that we've now got a manager in place ahead for the new season. And hopefully when the players come back, especially from the Euros, hopefully we can have some optimism and see how the club moves forward from there. So yeah, that's about it. See you later.